Hello everyone, and welcome to Pros and Cons of the video game Selene Apoptosis. On Not Now Mom, I'm Gaming. These are short videos featuring all my little nitpicks and pleasantries with having played the game while sustaining a bare minimum of spoilers. Playthroughs are available to patrons. Let the reviewing begin. Pros. Intricate storyline. I'm not going to pretend to understand the storyline for this game, because it really is complex and makes you think about everything that happened once you've cleared all the endings. You have to piece things together yourself, and if you don't know anything about Greek mythology, it's probably all going to go over your head, like it did with me. Nevertheless, I thought it was a very well done psychological horror visual novel. To sort of give a glimpse of what the storyline is about, though, someone on Steam stated that it has everything to do with biology, psychology, and Greek mythology. Basically, we're seeing characters portrayed as Selene, Hecate, and Artemis, who each represent madness, curse, and death. If you like theorizing what's going on in games that don't really hold your hand and explain things outright, you might try this game out. Not safe for work portions are DLC. This game isn't meant to focus around adult scenes, but if you purchase the DLC, then you'll be able to go through 5 different adult scenes. Personally, I think if you like that kind of stuff in a game, used sparingly, then the artwork is really good and adds a nice touch. You can completely 100% go through this game without it, but it adds a bit of spice to an already spicy cat. Psychological horror done well. You can tell when things start to not quite add up, and you know Ethan is hearing and seeing things at specific moments, which makes you think a lot of things he's seeing isn't spot on. The glitches within the game, the split-second visuals that make you wonder what you just saw, along with the TV programs and talking socks, are just so unhinged at times. They're kooky, gross, and ultimately make you realize there's something seriously wrong with this man. Multiple endings. There are 6 of them, and each of them end in some kind of death and explain a side of the story. It's all about madness, really, but each path is just as interesting as the last, I feel. Maybe one of the endings doesn't end in death. Like one of them. Some might be a little anticlimactic, while others are grotesque. You can pet the cat. Selene, to be specific, but really not wise to, considering she incites madness to anyone she comes in touch with. Still, a cat's a cat, right? Skip text for faster completion. This comes in handy when you're trying to get through text in order to reach what you haven't read yet for those separate endings you've yet to get. Cons. Unable to obtain all achievements. During the gameplay, there will be moments where a text pops up in the top right that says something has changed, but it's really easy to overlook when you're into the story and taking in the visuals, because the text disappears after some time. The only indicator is a red dot signifying the change. Again, something that's easily overlooked. And because it was easily overlooked, I think I wasn't able to look at something in time before maybe completing the game, and once the game is complete, you can't really start a new, fresh game. Things change a little bit from your first startup, meaning I can't get what I need for my final achievement. It kinda sucks, but it's not a huge deal. Player discretion is advised. This game features gore as well as cheating on your spouse in a way that she has to watch it happen. It's pretty twisted in several other visuals, which is probably why I liked it. Endings may be out of order. There are 6 endings. You have to make the correct choices in the correct order in order to obtain them all. There's no actual issue with doing them out of order, but the storyline on what's going on if you're trying to piece everything together may be a bit convoluted. I mean, even with having done all the endings, I was still super confused on what was going on, but there's a whole lot of theories in Steam's discussions. I'm not clever enough to hypothesize and add everything up to get a possible outcome. Theory crafting is not my strong suit. And that's the end of our pros and cons review of Selene Apoptosis. Thanks for watching, everyone, and don't get in too much trouble when you say, "Not now, Mom, I'm gaming."